German Seamus voice or German?
German John voice. Well, I've never really heard my German voice, so I guess that you probably sound pretty cool, pretty sexy.
Sorry guys, I have to do a warning.
That was a message, yes.
People who has meet and greet with Penny, it's already on the road.
It's on.
It's on. Who has a meet and greet with Penny?
Meet and greet with Penny. PJJ.
TJJ, anybody?
Oh, we were gonna have some really good answers, but you must go.
Which way? Go right through here.
Can you go straight through?
Yeah, go right
Go
through.
straight through. Okay.
You tell Penny I said what up.
All right. All right. We're sorry to see you.
How was
go.
that? Is that all right? Now he's gonna answer the question.
What was the question though? My German voice? Have I heard my German voice?
But you gotta answer it.
Yeah, you see, sometimes when they hire these actors, you know, in like Germany, they get this really good guy, he's good, follows me around. He did my German voice for Generation Kill too. Yeah, we tight. That's the way we work. Consistency, you know, it's good, together.
That was good. Thank you. That was a good question. Good. Now get off my stage. Hey guys.
All right, Freaky Freitag is over.
That's crazy. That was just crazy. Next,
Don't run off with that.
she just stole my phone.
She did.
No, actually, I think that goes on the mic stand, right?
I think it might. Awesome.
So, who has a question?
Oh, she has a mic.
Question. Come on up. Present yourself. What's your name? Celine, a lovely name. What's your question?
What's the best joke you did to each other?
Oh, like practical joke or like? I told that one. You stole the story that I pranked on you. Son of a bitch.
I told you. You got me good.
There was a good one that John did. That was probably the best. It was psychological torture, I would say. John, I had just gotten a new Audi A4, and I was very proud of it. It was my first new car in like 10 years.
Das German car.
That's German car. John put some zip ties on the axle, so it made a noise. And then John insisted on taking my car for lunch. He's like, listen, let's go to lunch. Yeah, we'll take your new car. Okay. And every time we slowed down, it would go do, and then speed up. And I'm like, oh, something's wrong with my car. Oh, I was like, you hear that, John? No, I don't hear anything, man. So like a day later, I went back to the car dealership, and they put it up on the hoist, and they said, someone mad at you at work or something? And I said, no, well, I don't know. Maybe I let's see. And he said he had cut off the zip ties. He's like, we found these right here. And I didn't tell John about it. I didn't tell anyone about it. I figured it was either John or it was Nathan. And I figured the next person who asked me about my car would be the person who did it. Because what is a practical joke if there is no payoff? Always remember that. If there is no payoff for the practical joke, if it's not amusing for the person who did it, they don't receive any fun. So I came back the next day, and John was like, yeah, what happened to your car, man? Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's him, you son of a bitch. It was you, Fredo, I knew it. And I said, yeah, it's still at the dealership. I made sure I rode my bike a couple days to work, so my car wasn't even there. I was like, yeah, man, they're talking about like a couple $1,000, something about a brake line being melted. And like, it could have really caused an accident. And John's like, oh, yeah? Man. And so I forgot to tell him about it. I forgot to let John off the hook until we were at Comic-Con.
Oh, I thought you did it on purpose. I thought you let it go.
I forgot. We got busy with something. I think we were like involved in an episode. I just forgot to let him off the hook. That was all cool. And I remembered like 6 months later when we were at Comic-Con, and someone asked that question, and I go, oh yeah, I forgot to let John off the hook. In front of 3,000 people, I told him.
Oh, that's what happened.
Whoops. He felt real guilty too.
But you see, the story, I told the story earlier. It's a very similar story. I was telling the truth. You doubted me.
I think a lot of people think that we do a lot of practical jokes on Castle, and we don't really.
It's not necessarily practical jokes. I mean, one thing that I know that I'm a little guilty of is when we're doing a scene, and a lot of times it's during the like more serious scenes where we have a case that we're breaking, we're talking about the perpetrator, and it's getting real, you know, we're talking some deep stuff about their lives, with their loved ones, and I'll be on the other side of camera kind of maybe doing something not so professional, so that it makes the other people on the other side of the camera, the people who are actually on camera, break and laugh a little bit. So that's my version of a practical joke, where I will make people laugh when they're on camera so they can't get through the really serious.
John just does it to like try to make us work harder. He does it, it's his like work ethic. He's like, this person's taking it too easy. I need to throw some new words in here. That's some bullshit. And
Say the word bullshit on it.
that's what happens instead of actually saying his lines. So yeah, he challenges us. John makes us raise our game. That's sort of what it is, working with John Huertas.
You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to pull real reactions from these actors.
Yeah.
To give you guys some of the magic that you see in every episode of Castle. I challenge these actors, and you see the best of Seamus Devon if you watch an episode. You see the best of Sonic Coppage, you see the best of Nathan Fillion, you see the best of Penny Johnson-Joe, but you don't see the best of Molly, because I don't get to work with her that much. But just imagine.
Just imagine if you would.
Because right now you're seeing some good stuff from Molly. And if I was there, fucking with her, her work would be so much better. Some gold. Some gold. Molly gold. Hey, do you have another question?
Did we answer your question, by the way? I don't even know if we did. You were not. You're Celine's. Poor Celine's. Did we do it correctly, Celine? No, okay. Sort of. We don't do as many practical jokes, I swear. There's too many things to do all day long that we can't play jokes on each other all day long. Sometimes we have to work. Next question.
Okay, I wanted to ask if you remember the episode with the bed. I think it was season 2.
202.
Yes.
Double
down.
And I just wanted to ask, what was it like to shoot such a fun episode?
I'll start this one.
Do you remember?
I remember.
I remember it. David
Gray wrote that.
Yeah, it was directed by Robert Bowman.
The same thing at the same time. That episode was a lot of fun to shoot. Like I said earlier, it was probably the episode that kind of set the tone for how Seamus, myself, and Nathan were going to kind of approach the series. It allowed us to come up with a bit, come up with many bits, and the writers were like gladly accepting the kind of ideas we were coming up with, and allowed us to I think establish what the fun of the show was. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to, you know, it was actually the first time that he and I kind of like teamed up and like had each other's backs against, say, Castle or anyone else in an episode. So I think that's what it did. It set that kind of bar for us.
Yeah, there was a little, I think we had the first season, which, you know, Esposito and Ryan were kind of, we got to do a few things, but it really wasn't established what the hell they're there for. Other than bringing information in.
And being a smart one and being a good looking one.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean,
what were they there for?
No. So that when we did that episode, it was like sort of like, oh, this is possible. This is what Esposito and Ryan can do. This is the fun we can have. This is the collaboration we could have, and Nathan loved it. So, you know, there became a lot more of those kind of situations.
And then we became more than the smart one and the good looking one.
More than.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So, well, first of all, I think you should definitely hug and kiss more of your friends. I mean, feel free to. Anyway. And my question is, so you guys definitely have like a bromance thing going on. What was the worst moment, like the most awkward bromance moment, and what was the best one?
Awkward. Define awkward. What do you mean by
Like
awkward?
super awkward.
Like awkward, but more awkward? Than awkward. I think I know what you mean. But, geez, I don't know. Was there an awkward moment in our collaboration, in our romancicalness? Did they make us do anything silly? Wasn't there a line? Oh, well, actually, you know, maybe like Till the Wheels Fall Off was like
A little awkward.
a little bit, and then we made it work.
So when you guys, how many of you guys, did you remember that episode where, what's the name of it?
Den of Thieves 221.
See, that's I
Got it right?
don't need my brain because I have his. Yeah, so Den of Thieves, there's a thing where he says, "To the wheels fall off." That's how long he's gonna be. He's gonna have my back and have my.
He's like, bro, I gotta go do this on my own. I go, no man, I'm coming with you, Hobby. I'm going to the wheels fall off.
So anyway, whenever
He still didn't let me go with it, by the way. So despite that heartfelt plea of, I'm with you, the wheels fall off, he's like, yeah, but I'm gonna get in my car and leave, okay? Go, brother.
So, when you guys heard that line, how many of you guys thought it was like meaningful and important, and you really felt it? How many of you guys felt that line was like? If you remember this episode, nobody else watched the episode except for you five. And then how many of you guys thought, man, that's a corny ass line that he just said?
Raise your hand. Hey, look, there's some areas that
Somebody did? She thought it was a little corny.
A little corny.
You know what
I
else?
get you. It's
Corny
cool.
shit.
It's cool.
Wheels fall off. Come on. Fromage. French for cheese.
So yeah, so like it was one of those things that we made work and we made it, and I think it has a life of its own now. But
When we read the script, we were like, oh
like, oh my god, I have to
they want
say
you to
that.
What? Oh
Sometimes that happens too in Castle too. You're like, oh my god, guess what I have to say?
So that was awkward. So that's what makes it awkward. Like when we see something in the script and we're like, that is the corniest, craziest stuff I've ever.
So what we do is we make fun of it enough
Make fun of it.
that we can, and then eventually we feel like the fun is over. We stop laughing and we do it, and it's serious when we do it.
That's how we do it. All right.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Who's next?
Hello.
Hello.
I have two questions actually. The question number one is there's also going to be a fan fiction contest here, and I wonder if you guys ever found your way to fanfiction.net and read.
Only the gay stuff. Yeah. Everything else is not worth my time.
I kind of stopped for the first time I.
John's like, he's clicking it. Yeah, all right. Okay, and then what?
No.
Why am I the one that's?
I'm not a bottom.
Yeah, that's.
Some of the fan fiction is a little cray-cray.
Good question.
Some of it's
Was there a two-parter? That was one? That was
Yeah,
part one.
That was question one.
Okay, question one. Question two.
Question next. Oh, you have another question? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have another one. You guys did together with Dana ice bucket challenge video, and I wondered whose idea that was and how much fun it was to shoot that.
I think it was John's idea, wasn't it? Your idea with the whole thing, and then it grew from there.
Yes. Well, I was going to do an ice bucket challenge, and yeah, it was my idea. I wanted to do something with my partners. I think that.
And then it grew from there. It was like, we'll shoot on our iPhones. And like, no, we're bringing a camera crew.
Yeah.
It got bigger and bigger and bigger.
I got kind of into
blocking,
it.
and
Sure,
then
it
it
was
was
great.
holy shit. Okay, sure. Yeah. It's like, all right, everybody else's ice bucket challenge is one thing. We got a script and a camera crew for ours.
Camera crew, call times, everything.
Yeah, because we all got wet, so we're like, all right.
How many takes? We actually, it was one take. First take, we got wet. So,
Yeah, we didn't bring multiples. You know, like my shirt's wet. I can't hide that.
super cold. We have a giant ice machine with like all this ice in it. So we like it was super cold, like the coldest ice that we could.
Nailed it. One take.
We got the super cold ice. We got the cold ice. We
Let me
got
hang it. We nailed it.
we got
One take.
cold
We did it. Let me hang it. He got to me though.
That's how we did it.
He got to me.
All right, next question. Castle and Beckett.
I know these people.
Am I supposed to be working right now?
Oh, crap. Okay. Those are really sweaty too. A lot of people think those vests are awesome. You are sweating a lot underneath, aren't you? Right?
They might look good, but they got like just driplets of sweat.
Yeah.
Right down in the butt.
When you take that off, make sure there's no one within like 5 feet of you.
Smelly, wet, soaked.
Yeah.
But you look sexy.
You look good. I mean, it looks good, right? Sweaty, comfortable. What looks good?
This guy does look. You do look a lot like Nathan right now.
Okay.
I will say that I talked to Nathan recently before coming here, and he apologizes for not being able to make it. He was going to be here, but he had to work. He got a job. He's the only one who can get a damn job. So he got a job, and he wanted me to send you his condolences and his apologies. His condolences is the wrong word?
Usually somebody dies.
I told you I was a smart one.
His regrets. He sends his regrets.
Oh, look, it's not even your like first language, and you know better than me. Damn it. So.
Well, the reason is that they have a couple here.
Okay. All right, what's your question, brother?
Okay, my question is about The Final Frontier, directed by Jonathan Frakes. And the question is, how much fun was it shooting, and to you, John, how was the scene with the flowers and the girl?
It was a comment.
With Frakes.
Yeah, the one where it was the Star Trek episode.
Yeah, Final Frontier. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll answer the second question first, because that's an important question.
5'6".
516? 506. No, it was earlier. It was November when we shot
The
that.
one with the sunglasses on her head, well, no. 506.
506.
So, I will say that the flower scene was really cool. It was, I tell you, I mean, anytime that, because Esposito doesn't really get to, we really don't either, because we don't show Jenny enough, I think, in the show. But we don't get to do the romance thing or the flirtation thing as often as, say, Castle and Beckett do. So it's always fun to be able to flirt and kind of, use that part of your toolbox in your wheelhouse. Like, you can be the tough guy all day long, do stunts, investigate murders, but to try to be charming or to play like the not so charming guy. I think that it's fun. So I mean, I had a good time definitely doing the flower scene with the girl, and she was not ugly. So it was nice. It was fun. It's fun to always just be able to. I think flirting is a magical thing. It makes people smile usually, as long as it's not too crazy.
Creepy.
Or creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that it's always fun to do that as an actor as well, and kind of show that side of your character, which I don't get an opportunity to do that often, and I think I'd like to see him do it more with Jenny as well. And we'll be with Lainey or other
Whoever.
characters they may try to write for me.
Yeah, Esposito's the only single one now, so it's actually kind of fun to see. He's the only one you get to experience that new kind of thing with. Everybody's else is hitched.
But the rest of the question, I'm gonna let Seamus answer.
What was it like working with Frakes? Oh Jesus, Jonathan Frakes, he's a wild man. He sings. We'll be behind like Video Village. Like you won't be able to see Jonathan because he'll be in there and be like, all right, hit me with your disco stick, hit me with your disco stick. What the hell is singing? And it'll be like Frakes, and he's tall, so he's like, he's like 6'3", well, he's taller than me. And he's like walking, I was like, oh, that's Frakes. Everybody loves him. He brings such good energy to the set. We miss him.
Great energy.
We need more of him.
And I've told you guys earlier about how Seamus and I come up with bits, and Seamus and I come up with bits, and you'll pitch a bit to Jonathan, you'll do it, he'll let you do it. And when I said fromage earlier, and you were like, yeah, I know what that means. I saw you say that. I know what that means. So Jonathan actually I had a bit that I thought was funny, and after the take, before he said cut, he actually said, fromage! He thought it was cheesy. He thought it was the worst thing I had ever seen. So that's actually where he got that from.
He calls everyone boyfriend. He'll be like, so you're over here, and then you talk to boyfriend, and then he uses that for everyone. Like just instead of guy, he says boyfriend. He's like, and boyfriend comes over here. Boyfriend says, and you're like, what are you talking about? How many boyfriends are here? I'm not anybody's boyfriend. What's going on? He's a lovely man. We love working with Jonathan. He brings such amazing energy to the set. So, yeah, he's a great guy.
Now the question comes from the left. Okay.
Questions from the left. We haven't had. I didn't even know that was possible. My mind is blown.
Scary. Scary.
You can do it.
I wanted to ask, what's your favorite romance episode?
Do you want to take it first? First me. Well, my favorite one is the Under Fire episode where we were in there because it was really there was And it's funny that people take those stills of like my head on John's chest and didn't really feel that at the moment. It was like kind of like collapsed in like exasperation, not like I want to die in your arms, bro. But taken in a different context, it could. But yeah, no, that was my thing because it's sort of like there was a moment there that is some of my favorite kind of acting where it was a very serious moment. And then, you know, all of the world is like crying, watching that episode when I get cut off with Jenny. And then he's like, bro, you serious? You're gonna name a white Irish kid Javier? And I say, like, well, you know, what did I say back? I said something, I know your line better than mine. Well, what did I say back? I said something sweet back. I said, well, I was trying to be sentimental. I was like, oh, we're gonna die, and you're gonna bust on me now for being sentimental. He's like, and he said, I better do it now while I got the chance. And we laugh. And there's a moment that happens in life, and like with this thing of like great tragedy or fear or whatever, when something like that happens, and it's my favorite thing to throw in there because it surprised the audience. It surprised us as actors, and it made it more of a truthful moment, more like something John and I would do, which I loved. So that's probably my favorite moment.
First of all, that was your best impersonation of me ever. You just did that.
Thank you. I'm getting better.
That was great. I mean, I got a little glimpse, I got a little steamy. I think that's also my favorite episode because for me, I you know, as much as I appreciate the episodes that might be centered on the Esposito character or centered on the Ryan character, my favorite episodes are ones that show our bromance and us backing each other up. And I think that as important as the Castle and Beckett relationship is on the show, I think that relationships in general, in television and film, I think that's what interests people when they watch something. And whenever you think about watching a movie or a television series, you're always kind of watching the relationships between people and how they deal with each other and how they, just how they handle the worst or even the best situations, like if someone's in love or if someone's in danger. I think that's what's interesting, and so that's why it's my favorite episode, because we got to kind of show the love between the two characters, show us in danger and how we reacted to it by laughing in its face, which we did also when we were kidnapped in the basement and getting tortured.
Oh yeah, that's true. We did that too. That was earlier. Yeah.
We laugh in Danger's face. So I think that's my favorite episode, and any other episodes. The other episodes that are my favorite episodes are when, you know, two characters are faced with danger, like Castle and Beckett, and how they deal with it. Like I think that's what I always gravitate to when I watch TV.
What's the solution when Castle and Beckett are in trouble or kidnapped? These two. Think about it.
Nobody's gonna keep the door down.
Think about it.
Although Beckett saved us when we were kidnapped.
Once. Come on. By the way, what do you think of our beards? Our Euro beards? I call mine a beard. I think that's generous. John has a fantastic looking face right now. Should we keep these for next season? See if we can work that out. It was like, okay, what do we think? This is what I've come up with over the summer. Everybody has facial hair all of a sudden.
And I'm going to say, can I get a horse and a sword with this beard, please?
Horse, sword, beard. Season 8. There you go.
Whose question is next?
John, you were talking about dancing, and I was wondering if you could show us the dancing from 719, a little bit of it.
Did you say 719? So you know the episode, like, numbers as well. Am I the only one that doesn't know? I don't know if we remember the choreography from that episode. Do you? Wait, who's on the ones and twos? Who's the DJ? Who's on the ones and twos?
Who's playing some music? Who's playing some music?
I'm
I
asking.
think I know that.
Hey DJ, turn the record up. That's Street for put some music on.
Straight
There it is
up.
right there. He's got the hammer.
Oh. Double duty. Sorry. Sorry, we kind of sprung that one on you.
Sorry, bro. DJ button down.
It's Get Lucky. It is. It
Get
is.
Lucky, you have Get Lucky by
Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell.
Pharrell. That was
No,
Get
what's
Pharrell.
He said,
Vicky, go!
How much did ABC to spend to do that? To get... He's gonna go there. It wasn't that long ago we did it. And you didn't get to see all of it.
Our show paid $40,000
To license
to
that
use
song.
that song.
Yes.
You remember it? Do you remember the beginning? Remember that one thing where I came in like this? Check it out. So at the beginning, they didn't show this. The beginning, I come like this. Check it. These new shoes might be too slippery. I'm coming like this. Something like that. And like this. Yeah. Then we go like this. And then what? Remember that, right? 1, 2, 3, and. I remember this part. Check it out. 1, 2. I'm going to use this music out now to trigger the memory of the choreography.
It's good. It's good dancing.
I think I broke my knee.
Dancing.
That was her.
That was good. That was a good workout.
That was a long time ago, guys.
Good question. That was a good question to ask us.
Someone escort her out of the building.
No more questions from her. Your questions are very active. That was good. That was good. Thank you. Thank you.
What's that?
The blast from the past.
We got another question right here.
Question.
That was really good. I wanted to ask, since you've both been to Berlin, did you have a doona?
Tuna?
I had dinner. Oh, dinner.
Kebab.
Oh, donor. Sorry. Tuna kebab.
Yeah.
It's meat, so I don't really eat it. John, did you have a donut?
No.
No.
You should. You have to.
Where do I get one of those?
On the street, everywhere. It's street meat. It's Berlin street meat, just like New York. You've had one in New York, probably, right?
I've had some presents.
Street meat, that's what they call it in New York. It's true.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw one.
But of
I did see
confusing origin, I would say the meat. But tastes delicious. Nonetheless,
It's good, is it
I'll
good?
take your word for it.
Everywhere.
I'll be back.
You can get it
I'm going to
everywhere.
be back in Berlin in
Okay.
Sunday, so I will try it.
You are?
Yeah. He's gonna go.
Should we
He's
change
gonna
it?
go crazy on donors.
I will get one of those. What are they called?
Do not.
Do not kebab.
I'll get a donut, and I will eat it. And
Then go to a different bar.
I will take a picture and I will tweet it.
Okay, we have 3 more questions and our time,
Time is
over.
up. It goes so
Time is
fast. It goes so
Yeah.
fast.
But we have 3 more, so.
I'm starting late.
Hi. John, you mentioned that you'd like to direct an episode of Castle, like action or comedy. Do you have something special in mind that you'd like to direct, like explosions or Ryan and Esposito episode? And Seamus is directing something you'd be interested in too.